Our own Baker Machado spoke with the star on AMC's Better Call Saul at a pop-up shop in Manhattan. Take a look.
So we're here with Michael McKean, one of the stars of the third season of Better Call Saul. Very exciting for tonight. That's the premieres tonight.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about what's happening this year with your character and his relationship with Saul, as we're going to learn more about Saul this year.
Can I just say it's complicated?
Well, that's how every season's been so
That's
far.
right, yeah. We have some experts making things complicated for us. And their names are Vince Gilligan and Peter Gould and Tom Schnoz and Jennifer Hutchinson and Gordon Smith. And we have just amazing writers, and they keep us turning it over. You know, they keep every time I turn a page, there's another jaw dropper, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
Well, your character has a very interesting relationship, obviously, with his brother,
Correct.
Jimmy. But we kind of start to see Jimmy kind of convert over the course of this season into Saul. What does Jimmy have to do, or what does your character do in terms of the changing into Saul this year?
I'm just trying to do the right thing by my own lights, you know? I listen, Chuck knows that he's right, and he is. You can root for Jimmy if you want. Chuck has the law on his side.
Now, a lot of critics say that your performance this season, as other seasons, it's great, but this year in particular, it's spectacular. And you might even get some Emmy buzz out of this particular season. Do you feel like this is a good season enough for your character?
I never talk about things like that.
Yeah.
It's for somebody else.
Okay.
But listen, like I say, the writing's been real good, and the director's been awesome, and Albuquerque is Albuquerque.
Now, this is such a crazy idea, an amazing idea to do something like this. Now that this restaurant is back in the show, we have Giancarlo Esposito back in this particular part of the season, and we've seen a line of people that have been here the last 2 days that are so obsessed with this show and have been waiting for hours to get into this. Talk about the fans and how, like, what kind of series this has in terms of its relationship with fans.
Well, I think they're very obviously this was a morning during the Breaking Bad days, and I was one of those people who couldn't wait for the next show, and you know, listen, their last show was as good as television gets. I think the last episode of Breaking Bad. So just in that sense, we had a lot to live up to, but you know, Vince and Peter kind of reached back into their original notion, you know, to treat everything in rather than a TV series, to treat it like a novel or a 10-hour movie, or you know, just to tell the story in the best possible way. And it's great to see Giancarlo show up again, because first of all, he's the epitome of a gentleman. If you've met Giancarlo, you know what I'm talking about. The guy's a major dude, and he's such a brilliant actor. And you know, it's been really nice as a Breaking Bad fan when those things happen. It's sort of a coming together. Chuck wouldn't hang out here. Chuck wouldn't hang out here. And in fact, if there was a litigation, by these guys against a bigger company, Chuck would be representing the bigger company.
Of course,
you can bet. But it's fun. It's really fun to do.
I saw an interview you did recently where you said, even though you didn't need a lot of convincing, that Bryan Cranston really told you to get involved with the show, and if you have an offer to come on the show, you should do it. Tell us what that conversation was like.
Well, it was something he didn't really need to say.
It was easy.
I didn't know that the character, I knew they were doing a prequel. I didn't know his character had a brother. But Bryan is the one who said, yeah, they're going to call you in a couple of days, and you should really do it. And it's like, you're right again, Mr. Cranston.
I know you won't give us any spoilers, but please give us maybe something to look forward to with your character this season.
You will see this man maybe understand that he needs some kind of help. And that's whether or not this is a physiological or a psychological illness, doesn't matter. It's something he's really feeling. And he's a guy who has become he is at peace with his bunker mentality until a certain point in this show, in this season, and it's a very interesting revelation. You know, it just shows any character that can still surprise you after 2.5, 3 years. Totally. That's a good thing.
And you mentioned just a minute ago about Giancarlo, how great he is as an actor. There's many great actors in this show. Bob, so many others. Jonathan Banks. Talk about working with this group of actors and what it's like coming to work every day with them.
Without spoiling too much, I am on camera with Mr. Banks for the first time.
That's good.
That was kind of a nice thing.
Did you hire him for something?
No, I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's pretty good. It keeps you honest. You know, I love working with majors. You know, I'm doing this play with Laura Linney and Cynthia Nixon right now, and it's like just to be able to stand there, you know, just to work with those two and Richard Thomas, the rest of our cast. It's always great, and it makes you better, you know, it makes you stronger.
And the creative forces you've mentioned, the writers and the executive producers for this show, and Vince Gilligan. Yeah. What's it like working for people who are so creative in terms of content creation, character development, all of that kind of stuff?
Well, it's like trusting someone. It's the trust exercise where you fall back and your friends catch you. Yeah. My friends always catch me on this show. And it's kind of great.
Well, we can't wait to watch the third season premiere tonight on AMC. Thank you so much, Michael.
You're welcome.